welcome to Universal Studios Hollywood. Welcome aboard our 60th anniversary tour. Our driver is Lynette. My name's Casey. I'll be your guide tonight as we get ready to head out onto the lot. For the next hour or so, we're going to be going behind the scenes in one of the world's biggest and busiest production studios. It's a bit of a slow load here. We'll see if we get a few more folks aboard, and then we'll be taking off, of course. Make sure, we harp on this a lot, but it is important. Make sure that you have a pair of 3D glasses. Didn't get them, let someone on the left know. They're probably in blue, like myself, and I get your glasses before we take off. They were famous in their very early world. Everybody started somewhere.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Real smooth. You go with me and we're here.
What's the good news, buddy?
I get older, they stay the same age.
Who's got the blue Dolores today?
We know Cheryl.
Why didn't you say something before?
Nobody asked me. I know things.
I try to tell you, fellas.
Yes, so young, that was so young. Also, as we're going through the learning process, so we'll check out a bit of the lighter side of filmmaking, a few movie bloopers. Sometimes things just go wrong. Looks like the gates are coming down on your left. Watch your arms and legs as they do so. We just got the clearance to leave, so that's what we'll do. We'll go back to the folks on the left. We are out of here. Now, before we get too far, I want to go over a few of our safety rules. Please remain seated, keeping your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. If you have an emergency of any kind, or perhaps drop something off the side of the tram, reach out and pull the emergency cord running along the center of the tram ceiling. The tram will stop and get back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Also, no smoking on the studio tour, and also, please, no use of selfie sticks. I know, we're fine, but we've had some issues. Anyway, let's get our 60th anniversary studio tour on the road. Help us kick off our celebration. Here's the master of ceremonies and the host of tonight's show, Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
celebrating our 60th anniversary. That's right, 60 years of glitz, glamour, and our own great white shark. As we celebrate our diamond anniversary today, we pay tribute to Universal's past and take you behind the scenes and discover why this studio tour is world famous. So whether this is your first visit or your 60th, get ready for fun, excitement, and an experience like no other.
All right, well, thank you, Jimmy. We're now going to be making our way down the hill past the Universal timeline to see all the great films Universal has produced throughout the years. On March 15th, 1915, our founder Carl Lemley invited the public into the studio to watch silent movies being made. Guests could walk from set to set and marvel at the new technology involved in filmmaking, the invention of sound, and the need for quiet on the set. The original walking tour ended. In the 1960s, under the leadership of company chairman Lou Wasserman and executives Al Gorsman and Jay Stein, the idea of reviving the studio tour returned. The Gray Line bus tours originating in Hollywood made a stop at our gates. On July 15th, 1964, the first of our red and white candy striped glamour trams took 67 passengers on a 2-hour driving tour of the Universal lot on the world-famous Universal's Road Tour was born. We started with 2 drivers, 2 guides, and 1 ticket seller working out of a trailer on Lankershim Boulevard. From there, the studio tour expanded fantastic, one-of-a-kind Hollywood elements like the burning house and the rock slide, which were in this area of the backlot back in the 1970s and 80s. And that area is actually here off to our right, where the fire station 51, real working fire station on the lot, now resides. That's where those earlier studio tour elements were located. But this is where we leave the real world behind to continue on into the cinematic world of make-believe. Ready down the hill to the front lots. This is the majority of our sound stages. In those stages, we can create any environment that the story demands. Up ahead of us is going to be a great example. Soundstage 12. It's actually our oldest and largest soundstage. It's been used by numerous productions throughout the years, and we'll take a look at a few of them here. There's a lot of history inside of Stage 12. Now, as we pass by, you will see the Voice logo kind of wrapped around the corner. But for many years, the Voice did use Stage 12. They no longer do it. They moved that a while back. They're still here on the Universal lot. We're just now using a few of our backlot sound stages. I think the backlot works a little better for them. It definitely gives them more space. That's going to take us to the end of the timeline. And from here, we will officially enter the front lot. We're driving in between the studio and the theme park. Coming up on your right, Super Nintendo World, home to Mario and Luigi, the stars of our biggest film of 2023, the Super Mario Brothers movie. This is also where the studio tour guests once had a chance to explore classics of Hollywood not accessible to the public before 1963. In the 1960s and 70s, they could visit the dressing room of comedy legend Lucille Ball, step into the office of Oscar-winning costume designer Edith Head, or drive to the prop warehouse on the train. By the 1980s, this was the home for the Preview Center, a popular stop on a tour that included the special effects stage and interactive show that featured actor Robert Wagner in the video as a co-host. On your left, we're passing by some sound stages. Tell us more. Here's our next 60th anniversary guest from the Peacock series Bel Air, Jamari Banks and Ollie Showalter.
We're leaving the theme park behind and entering the front lot. Real Hollywood magic is made. Out, go inside the sound stages that surrounds us and create any kind of environment.
For the past 60 years, studio tour visitors have driven right by these buildings, and inside these walls, the sets from your favorite TV shows and movies have transported audiences anywhere the imagination can take you, even to a palatial mansion in Bel Air.
When we film Bel Air, we love coming out of the sound stages and seeing the trams filled with exciting guests as they drive by.
So, keep an eye out.
You're never gonna do.
Or what?
We'll see you in the studio tour.
All right, thank you, Jamari and Ollie. As we continue along here, off to our left, one of our larger sound stages, had a few different numbers over the years. It was stage 27, then it was stage 21, now as you can see it is stage 14. For 4 seasons, it was home to the Mindy Project with Mindy Kaling. More recently, it's been used by Bel Air back in 1995 and housed Mission Control for Apollo 13, directed by Ron Howard, starring Tom Hanks, Gary Sinise, Kevin Bacon, and Bill Paxton.
Realism was an essential element of Apollo 13. After all, we were recreating an important moment in American history, a moment that many Americans witnessed on television. We thought about filming in Houston, Texas, where the original control room for the Apollo mission still exists. Unfortunately, NASA's engineers didn't have filmmaking in mind when they built Mission Control, since there was no room for the elaborate camera frames and tracks we needed for the shots. We had to build our own mission control. Everything had to be exact, even down to the tiniest detail.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Now, we're passing by yet even more sound stages. The stages in this area are primarily used for television. You want to wave a couple of minions here on the right, having a little evening fun, toilet paper, the illumination entertainment side. They're always up to a good bit of mischief, and they do seem pretty proud of their handiwork. But the minions are not the only crazy characters in this area. There is one more coming up on the left. It's Ted. He's enjoying a nice evening beer. The popular celebration is a series streaming on Peacock.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my...
Seth, where'd you go? Come back, Seth.
Hi everyone, Seth MacFarlane here, and I'm excited to share with you a behind-the-scenes look at my Peacock original event series, Ted. It's a prequel series set in 1993. That means our skilled craftspeople had to build a high school, a house, and even recreate downtown Boston as it looked back in the day, using exterior sets and facades that you're about to see on the tour. But I should warn you, Ted is intended for mature audiences only. So grown-ups, tell the kids to go in the other room before you watch. Oh, come on!
Alright, thank you, Seth MacFarlane. As we continue along here, off to our left, we're passing by some bungalows. They house the production offices for writers, producers, and directors who currently have a development deal with this producer. Bungalow 5195 here at the left, probably our most historic bungalow. Today it's home to the Deal Rentals Company, but years ago belonged to Alfred Hitchcock, who directed such films as Psycho, Vertigo, and Birds. Also on our left, we get to the last 2 of our front lot sound stages, stages 25 and 26. Stage 25, you see there, coming over the series Lopez vs. Lopez, starring George Lopez, also his daughter Ryan Lopez. But as we pass by these newer backlot sound stages, we're making our way into the backlot.
We're about to cross the imaginary boundary onto the back lot, where we have exterior sets for many outdoor scenes. Over the last 60 years, studio tour guests have seen these locations turned into big cities, quiet suburbs, even that guy's hometown. Yeah, that guy. For countless movies and TV shows. This is Universal's Metro Sets.
All right, thank you, Jimmy. A lot of the structures here in the metropolitan area are what we call facades, meaning false front. We just build the fronts and sides, only what the camera needs to see. Your imagination will actually fill the rest. A lot of the facades are going to look like they're made out of brick, stone, and mortar. That's not the case. Quite a few are actually from fiberglass. We have a wide variety of facades to portray a wide variety of time periods, from the late 1800s through to present day, and even a little beyond. But pretty much using whatever we need. Kind of come into a bit of a clearing. On the far right is Brownstone Street, and the stairways go to the other side.
Close the door!
And this is where Jim Carrey lived in the 2003 hit Bruce Almighty, where Brownstone Street was used to portray Bruce's hometown of Buffalo, New York. Yes, thank you, Bruce. Right now we're going to make our way into Hill Valley from the Back to the Future films, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd and Leah Thompson. Making our way into Courthouse Square. And hey, there's Doc Brown. That clock tower is where Doc Brown harnessed the bolt of lightning that said, Marty, Back to the Future. And hey, while we're here, let's see what's going on with Doc. Hi, Doc.
Hi!
Quite the nice time machine you got there. To disturb the space-time continuum for too long, so we're going to say goodbye to Doc Brown for now. Now, Courthouse Square still has many facades that were built back in the 1940s. The rest of our metro sets are considerably newer, redesigned, and rebuilt in 2008. Before that, this area was home to the Studio Tour Classic. Here's one of the stars of Universal's 2005 version of King Kong, Jack Black, to Tom Sawyer.
Self-action. Did you know the Metro sets were once the home to Hollywood's biggest star? Right here is where the original Studio Tour King Kong attraction resided from 1986 until 2008. He stood 30 feet tall and weighed in at 13,000 pounds. Over the years, millions of guests got to meet King Kong face to face as he shook the tram so close you could feel his hot banana bread.
Thank you, Mr. Black. As we make our way down New York Street here.
That's my last line, and then the tram moves on to the next thing.
Yeah, we did move on. As we make our way down New York Street here, you can see it's got a bit of a curvature to it. Speaking of hopping out, at the New York Street area here, built on what is called the banana curve. Now, when you're looking down New York Street, putting your camera down New York Street, the street looks like it's a lot longer than it actually is. Looks like it just kind of keeps on going forever. On occasion, American Ninja Warrior will come through and set up their obstacle course on New York. So other recent productions to have shot on New York Street will be a continuation of the Quantum Leap series with Raymond Lee and Lee Hudson, also on Peacock Series 10. And at Universal, whether we like to work with top-notch sets, like the Metro sets, but also top-notch directors as well. One of those happens to be Academy Award winner Peter Jackson. He wants to talk to us today about a fellow named King Kong. Let's hear what he has in his bag.
It's the original King Kong. Immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
So Peter Jackson will return to your screen to let you know when to put on those 3D glasses, so just have them handy, he'll let you know. Also, a little heads up here, the terrain on Skull Island does get pretty rough, so just a reminder to remain seated, hang on. You definitely want to hang on to all of your personal belongings, all your goodies. Mr. Kong is just about ready for us. And here we go, on the way to Skull Island. Alright, that epic battle that we just witnessed was done on some of the world's largest digital 3D screens. They are 40 feet tall and 80 feet long. The film itself utilizes some of the most advanced technology in filmmaking today. Of course, done by Peter Jackson and his team at Amity Digital. Put on your 3D glasses, we need those one more time near the very end of the tour. Right now on our screens, look behind the scenes, King Kong 360 3D.
With Flashback Studio Tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side. Open our movie, we always know looking for a little shot that they're working on. Here, you have to take into account also, one of the things about this, but I do not use those working on cuts.
And as we make our way back up the hill here, off to the right, we're going to be seeing the runaway train and the collapsing bridge. The collapsing bridge is actually a mechanical bridge. The trams used to cross the hydraulic support beams displayed on the bridge would collapse. The runaway train was actually located in our western sets. Used to hurtle toward the tram, come to a screeching halt. Both are retired effects made for the studio tour 50 years ago. And speaking of things changing over time,
well, one thing that hasn't changed has been families sharing this one-of-a-kind behind-the-scenes adventure together.
How about picture cards? That was a great photo.
all right, thank you, George and Mayan. We're traveling past a few of our picture cars. Not so much of them. We built this sign a while back, probably that night. Came out pretty nice. First up, the 1932 Ford Deuce Coupe from American Graffiti, Magnum PI's Ferrari from the original series, Biff's convertible from Back to the Future, sans manure, unfortunately. Vehicles from Back to the Future 2, also the Flintstones made some donations a while back. Did take a little bit to convince Fred to leave the Fredmobile. He eventually agreed. For the newer arrivals, the Ford from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Also got a couple vehicles of the Jurassic variety. The Gyrosphere from Jurassic World. Another newer arrival, the Fry's Electronics Band from Jordan Peele's most recent film, Nope. Also from the Jordan Peele film, Us is the Crawdaddy Boat. Then at the very end, a few miscellaneous vehicles from Transformers. A little noise up here. You know, dinosaurs have been in our DNA here at Universal. They've become part of the tour for 3 decades. We had to the panic for our expanding collection. Yeah, it sounds pretty loud in there. And exciting, the new era of our franchise is going to be hitting theaters July 2nd, 2025. Jurassic World 4. So we're going to Jurassic Wars. There's Chris Pratt. Say more about this location.
So for many years, this part of the studio tour was the greens department, where we keep real plants and trees that can be used as set dressings for TV shows and movies. Nowadays, it's where you can see many of the set pieces used in the Jurassic films, including some plants and trees, except these aren't. Just like the dinosaurs around. At least I don't think the dinosaurs. Actually, there might be a few real ones. So just be on the lookout. You know me.
Oh yeah, they're real. All right, check it out here at the left. Sometime a little snack. Pass them by. We're gonna get a better. Watch them out. Dinosaur spit there, keep you nice and invigorated for the rest of your evening. So it's out of the Spinosaurus on the left. He looks pretty mean, but he is actually the nicest of the dinosaurs in this area. At least the most polite. He doesn't spit on you or try to bite you or anything like that. So it's got that going on. Very well mannered. We're now going to be heading into a classic attraction here on the back lot. We're going to take on against today's show's co-host and weather anchor, Al Roker.
Time for my favorite part of the tour, weather. When it comes to film and TV, it is truly a special effect. In fact, to demonstrate how weather effects are created, we debuted our first major attraction here on the studio tour way back in 1968.
Flash flood. Start off with a little rain and a few lightning flashes. Lightning flashes down high intensity flash bulbs. Sprinklers high overhead, shoot the water up in the air. Water comes right back down, gives you the illusion of falling rain. And now we wait. And when we stick around down here too long. A little too much rain can cause certain problems, like a flash flood or a mudslide. In fact, here it comes now. Watch out, water gets close. And that is our flash flood on the back lot. In 2002, it was using the film Big Fat Liar with Frank Munoz and Ed Vines and Amity.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yes, Paul Giamatti and his stuntman getting a little wet in the last part of that. I'm not going to cross the border, so to speak, from old Mexico to one of our western sets, rendering 6 points. The area gets the name 6 points because many, many years ago, like 100 years ago, in our solid filmmaking days, we could shoot 6 different movies in here at the same time. Just dress each street by a different town. Each street had its own bank, its own sheriff's station, its own saloon, and its own hotel. Didn't have to worry about sound getting over from one production to the next. Again, early on, we didn't record sound, so over the last 5-6 years, the biggest production to utilize 6 points, the feature film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt starring. If you've seen the film, it's from the portion of the movie where Mr. DiCaprio's character Rick Dalton is guest starring on the television series Amity. We're going to make our exit from the Wild Wild West. We'll take a look at a few of our famous Western stars. Come out of 6 points and make our turn here. Off to the left, a body of water we call the Hollywood Ocean. It was here in 1974 we added the parting of the Red Sea. The studio tour was inspired by the classic film The Ten Commandments from Paramount. The star of the movie Charlton Heston made an appearance to part the waters for our guests. Glamour trams see the drive to the lake and give everyone on board a sea level view.
Overloaded. Tell them they can walk on water to walk the tour.
There have also been exploding water mines, torpedoes, and private submarines as part of the action of the lake. We are not the only ones celebrating an anniversary this year, by the way. 2024 also marks the 70th anniversary of the 3D classic Creature from the Black Lagoon, featured on which I filmed on our Hollywood Ocean. It's part of our legacy of horror films and monster movies that stretches from Dracula all the way back in 1931 to the upcoming Dark Universe, Universal Epic Universe, opening next year in Orlando. Now we're going to be entering a little Europe where it all began. We're going to swing through little Europe, get a bit of a closer look here, kind of wind our way through. It wasn't too long ago when Europe was used for a good place. We tap dancing at Kristen Bell. In fact, as we make our way through, we'll see exactly how it was used.
I've never seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here.
And I'm actually going to pause right there for a moment because the yogurt shop that you see on your screens, as we wind our way through here, we're going to be cutting off to the right. Coming up on the left, we're going to pass by that yogurt shop on the left-hand side. Actually, I kind of wish it was a real yogurt shop and open. So yogurt kind of sounds tasty, but what do you do?
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
Yes, they had a good time, a good place. And again, here in Little Europe, here's where a lot of our famous movie monsters got their big breaks back in the 1930s and 40s. Guys like Frankenstein's monster, Wolfman, and Dracula followed the streets of Little Europe on movie monster heyday. One thing these monsters often had to face was usually a group of angry villagers out to bring the beast to justice. Frankenstein's monster in particular, they do this quite a bit. So yeah, there they go, the torches pitchforks. They've even got the dogs out. Yes, they had good fun. As we make our exit from Whittier up off to the left, lovely California ranch fallow. For a long time, it was part of the setup in the Hallmark Channel show Home and Family. More recently, it's been used by our Peacock series Bel Air. And in front of us is Stage 50. You may know that last year we did close the earthquake attraction here at Stage 50. It did stood in this section of the lot for decades. We have made way for a new, unrivaled state-of-the-art soundstage that is already in high demand. And there is actually, I thought for sure this would be open, but there is actually some filming going on tonight inside of Stage 50. You can tell by the signage here. Yeah, caution, filming in process. Do not proceed. Do not enter while the light is on. Okay, well, here's where it gets a little crazy. I happened to slip some people a few bucks, and we are actually going to be able to head inside of Stage 50. I've made those arrangements to travel through, and we'll see what happens. One special feature that was added to Stage 50, remote control doors, very handy for the tour. Also, Stage 50 is one of the very few multi-level sound stages on the lot. Don't see those too often anywhere. Anyway, while we're waiting on clearance to make our way into Stage 50, you know, on the tour we've been seeing places where movies and TV shows have been filmed, but the tour tram itself has also been featured on the big and small screens throughout the years. There's a few of our tram cameos. Turns out we have been riding on history. There's an old but a goodie. Of course, we all know our old mechanical version of King Kong that Jack Black spoke about on the front lot, or on Tuesday in the Metropolitan sets after we had just left the front lot. Yes, words to live by. Into Stage 50 here momentarily. Just need the special magic remote to open up the doors. So the word is here.
fine. You'll be famous.
Gate or the doors opening. Let's check out stage 50. This is a hot set. Everything is in place. We're going to disturb anything while we're here. In the continuity of the production. I'm thinking about, they do have a craft service table up here on the left. Might have to step over there and get a snack, perhaps. Look out of here. Some nice fruit. And a little coffee. That's always good. Tremor. Nothing too serious though, right? Okay, then we're not done yet. Earthquake, the big one. The attraction originally opened 35 years ago in 1989 and just reopened this spring for our 60th anniversary with a complete colorful makeover, updating all of the props and movie making equipment, bringing it into the 21st century. As we make our exits from the quake, we're going to be coming out onto a street with a famous name, Steven Spielberg. Mr. Spielberg, a long relationship with his Universal, since he's got a street that bears his name. It's pretty lengthy, it runs through a good portion of the backlog, a decent amount of the remainder of the tour. Speaking of the remainder of the tour, not doing too bad on time, a little traffic here and there, but we're about halfway finished. So, since we're making decent time, I thought we'd head up the hill and stop off at beautiful Amity Island, everyone's favorite vacation destination. To find and capture that pesky shark that was causing all the trouble. As an added measure of protection, they dispatched Officer George of the Amity PD dive team in the water to make sure things are safe, so we can go for a nice refreshing spell. So there's that pesky shark, even though it does look a little undersized. There's Officer George's police boat, which he is not in, so he must still be down there on the diver page. Wait a minute, that's kind of some ominous music, huh? George, I'm going to see if we're behind you, George. No, dear. This is not going to happen. Alright, well, we lost Officer George. We just became the George command. Now we're going to pull down here behind the dock. It should be safer. They have some bait taps and a yellow barrel out there in the water. Now hopefully the shark will take that and not munch on us. So keep your eyes open. Alright, there goes the bait. Very nice. And the bait stopped. A line break or something? I really can't tell. But you have a line break on the gas line. And there goes a fire. Okay, look, we're going to have to... Look out! On the right! Alright, well, you just got up close and personal with Jaws. As it turns out, it was just a vegetarian off-screen, as he was all here to tell you more about that. The film's director, the one and only, Steven Spielberg.
That's a much of a mind shark. The shark was frustrated. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited.
The shark was growing up for a while there. So I really always like a lot.
Grizzly note, the lagoon area there where our pal Jaws lives was also home to Angela Lansbury as Jessica Fletcher. For 12 successful seasons of Burnishing Note, the area portrayed by the killer. And we'll climb yet another hill on the back lot. As we do so, coming up on the right to be a great big house called the Chicken Ranch. It's been used in many productions throughout the years. And of course, as we pass by, we'll take a look at a few of its credits. Chicken Ranch is a practical set, so it can be used for interior filming as well as exterior. It's not a facade structure like we saw in the metro area. It's also not a facade structure like you see there in its backyard. That backyard structure left over from a show called About a Place or Mini Driver. We'll continue up the trail here on Steven Spielberg Drive. Coming up on our left, you will see the Orion estate signs. What we call these Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. The Lion Estate sign outside of Marty McFly's neighborhood in his hometown of Hill Valley. Now, those are actually replicas of the original props, and they were made for the 30th anniversary of the first film. As we continue up the trail here, you notice one nice woodsy portion of the back lot. We get to the woodsy areas like this. Of course, we start to come across the caution and deer crossing signs. There's a lot of wildlife on the Universal back lot, including deer. And apparently this is where they like to cross. Honestly, I haven't seen any deer on this road for a while, so because as of late, we're spending our time elsewhere. But, a lot of wildlife on the back lot: deer, coyotes, squirrels, rabbits, ducks and geese, a lot of lizards. I guess there is a bobcat that makes his appearance from time to time. I haven't seen it, but some other folks have seen it out cruising around the back lot. And it actually is kind of fitting as we get towards the end of Steven Spielberg Drive that we are going to be making our way into one of the largest exterior sets that's ever been done here at Universal Studios. Making our way into the incredible crash site from Steven Spielberg's version of War of the Worlds. It hit theaters back in 2005, starring Tom Cruise, Dakota Fanning, Tim Robbins, and Justin Chadwick. As we make our way in here for a closer look at that scene on your screens.
Wish you luck.
Step close to
This is one of the largest sets again ever constructed here at Universal. But despite the use of the life-sized realistic set pieces, the film did feature over 500 effect shots that Mr. Spielberg had ever used before. That is an actual 747, by the way, in case you're wondering. As we kind of round the corner here on the right, the icon of the Universal backlot, the Psycho House. The grave-loving mother in the upstairs window rocking back and forth. She doesn't get out much. Also, her family doesn't leave some lot, but, each their own. As we pass by the Psycho House, another special treat that has been added on as of late, the Hollywood sign coming up here. Now, of course, the original Hollywood sign has 45-foot tall letters. Ours are 10s, but this nice little smaller version out here on the back lot. Now, for the first few decades of the studio tour, one of the hallmarks was a visit to Park Plaza, where guests disembarked for a once-in-a-lifetime photo opportunity and interact with the characters, vehicles, and props from their favorite productions. Well, guess what? Just for our 60th anniversary, we brought that opportunity back. Now, remember, folks, this is a limited stop. When you're ready to continue your tour, simply follow the signs. You're going to be boarding a different tram with a different tour guide, so remember to gather your personal belongings and make sure you take your 3D glasses with you as well. You need them later in the tour. As you disembark, walk toward the front of the tram, and of course, have fun.
So here we are on the basement hotel set. Let's take a look around. I'll be in and out of the videos, okay? Be back, folks. Over near the tram, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Can I get a room?
As long as you get a room.
Yeah, you can talk to Norman. He's like the Norman!
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
King Kong is here too.
I know.
It's a shot.
Oh, family.
It was like direct sunlight.
Who's this one?
You know, if only it was like this every time.
I know.
So they cleaned that nicely. There was either fast, thinking like family. Outside of the.
Anybody?
The car? Okay.
Cars. Don't like them because they're stiffer. All of them.
I'm just gonna grab some.
stand behind the red and yellow lines. Waiting for the studio tour ambassadors to say it's safe to board the tram.
Alright, folks. All in all, our tram has arrived. Time to board for our next stop, and we'll see.
Hope you enjoyed getting some amazing photos with the props. My name is Eric. Hello. My name is Eric. I'll be your tour guide for the final act of the 60th anniversary of the studio tour. Hey, Bella. Where you been, Loca? And everyone, make some noise for the driver of your final act of the 60th anniversary of the studio tour, Lucas! Woo! Please move all the way to the right, filling all available seats. If you have anyone in your party whose feet don't touch the ground, like small children or small boyfriends, please move those little ones in short pants to the center of the tram now. It is for their safety. Before we depart, we're going to be closing the gates. If you're close to the gates, watch your hands, feet, and toes. And make sure you have your 3D glasses. Y'all hold on to your 3D glasses while you took the pictures? I hope you do. Don't put them on yet. You're not going to need them. It's very dark. They make for terrible sunglasses. But if you do need 3D glasses, raise your hands in the air, and our studio tour ambassadors will get a pair to us right away. Hi! Welcome aboard. Grab an FPC. Move all the way to the right. I hope you got some great pics. With Jaws, did you get a picture with Jaws? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know who's also a big fan of Jaws? Academy Award-winning director Jordan Peele.
I remember going to Universal Studios when I was 12 years old, feeling this feeling of wonder. You know, one of my first trips to Universal Studios, seeing the Jaws ride. One of my favorite movies of all time. Just feeling like, that's him. That's the Jaws. But I don't even know if that is the Jaws. I hope it is. Sharing the space with Hitchcock and Spielberg. It could be more comfortable.
Are we gonna see her? Did you see the one where the one from Hill sketch? Where they're like he's at a Continental
Hi, I'm David Alexander.
And I'm Wendy McCormick. And I'm Allison Coleman.
We're on the set of our new sitcom St. Dennis.
You know, they say laughter is the best medicine.
You know, I'd say Zillow's a close second.
Naproxen sodium isn't too bad either. But since we don't have any clips of actual medicine to show you,
that would make her a pretty funny.
let's laugh at some of the funniest moments from Universal comedy history.
The wins.
All right, folks. We've closed the gates. Have your 3D glasses ready for the final act of the studio tour. Again, my name is Eric. I'll be your tour guide. And here's Lucas. We are 15 minutes away from the end of the studio tour. I'll remind you the studio is private property, and if at any time during the tour you drop your phone or you need to use the restroom, please pull the cord above you to get my attention, and I'll be back to help. Did you all have a good time taking pictures? Wasn't that awesome? All right, folks. As we leave the Bates Motel behind, we are now heading to Jupiter's Claim, the real set used in Jordan Peele's thriller Nope. To give you a sneak peek of Nope, if you haven't seen it, here's Emmy Award winner Miss Kiki Palmer.
What's up, studio tour? I'm Kiki Palmer from Jordan Peele's film Nope. What's it like? Well, you'll have to see all the videos about it. Until then, I hope you enjoy your visit to Jupiter's Claim.
Did you see in your film Yeah. No.
I ain't never seen nothing like this.
As we make our approach to Jupiter's Claim, keep in mind, this is a showcase of Hollywood sound design. So it's not going to be about what you see. It's going to be more about what you hear as you visit Jupiter's Claim from Jordan Peele's Nope.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky G. Park. over there, look into the waiting room and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Show. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Scholar Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy, the gold rush frontier lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of the beautiful hotspot. Welcome to the world of the known.
Wait, what?
Ooh, spooky. Hey Lucas, I think it's time for us to get out of Jupiter's claim from Jordan Peele's No. We are now heading toward a part of the studio where we once had an attraction called the Duke Glacier Exposition, better known as the Ice Tunnel. The Ice Tunnel featured in an episode of The $6 Million Man, featured Lee Majors and Andre the Giant as Bigfoot. The tram would climb to an imaginary elevation of 12,000 feet. The only way back to the theme park was through the Ice Tunnel, where the slightest sound could trigger an avalanche, and it always did, causing the walls to begin to spin and the guests to tilt along with a Hollywood special effect. And we go from tilting to drifting. We are now in the world of Fast and Furious. And guess what? We have an FBI witness. They're being pursued by the leader of a criminal syndicate. The FBI witness's name is Bella in car 1. You're an FBI witness. Oh my goodness. We have to get you away from Owen Shaw, Bella. My goodness.
My name is Roman Pierce. Pleased to meet you. My buddy Hobbs asked us to stash you in Shaw for a while. Brought you in our secret spot.
Alright, look guys, we're gonna keep Shaw from finding you, but to keep you safe, we need your help. We don't want the syndicate tracking us here, so put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone can give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and meet you in there.
That's right, folks. You heard Roman and Lenny. No flash pictures as we protect Bella, the FBI witness, in car 1 from Owen Shaw. We must be discreet as we head into this very low-key and quiet dance party! Wow. Bella, I apologize. Please forgive me, that was a moment of weakness. Well, let's head back to the theme park. Let's hear from Jimmy.
Thank you for joining us to celebrate our diamond anniversary. Here's to another 60 years.
Y'all, we did it! That was the 60th anniversary studio tour! Our 60th anniversary is special to us because the studio tour is where it all began for Universal's destinations and experiences. From 2 glamour trams traveling around the studio park the summer of 1964, we have developed into so much more, including 7 theme parks, entertaining millions of guests every year, and the upcoming Universal Epic Universe opening in 2025. I'd like to acknowledge all the studio tour ambassadors, drivers, and studio guides throughout our history who have helped make this studio tour world famous. From our first 4 guides and drivers to the hundreds of team members who support the tour today, to our past members, thank you for being with us today. If you're not a past member, head to the Universal box office to see how you can upgrade your annual pass. Make sure you download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. That's where you'll find the information for including today's park hours. It's closed, whatever. Wait times, mobile food ordering, and more. To purchase any of the NBC Universal movies and TV shows you've seen on the tour, visit uphe.com or ask any of our retail stores. On behalf of our driver, Lucas, myself, Eric, your tour guide, and everyone here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we hope you've enjoyed this exclusive behind-the-scenes experience that's been 60 years in the making. And as we say in Hollywood, that's a wrap. Thanks for coming aboard, y'all. Thank you. Watch your step. Deposit your pretty glasses in the blue bins.
Alright folks, there you have it. 60th anniversary. Preview was over. Overall, definitely enjoyed it. Possible few little changes they could have done. However, all in all, I'll give this one a 9.5 out of 10. Let's see what other improvements they do over time. And as far as I've been told, this will run until August of this year. Starts, I think, April 26th officially. So folks, from Backstage Access, Satoshi, everyone, I'll see you later. Bye. Thanks.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.